In reflecting on 2014, I'm reminded I was asked a question probably about a year ago about all the change that the organization had gone through. And somebody said, how do you know when you're done? And I responded very quickly to that person, you're never done and you can't be done. And I think we probably stepped that up a bit in 2014 because the industry is changing so quickly. If we do not stay ahead of it, we will quickly fall behind. So I think for the 4As, making sure that we're out in front of all the change rather than reacting to the change is an important part of our remit. We've added 3 new senior level team members this year. First and foremost, Allison Fahey, who joined us as the first Chief Marketing Officer that we've ever had. And her charge is going to be about bringing us into digital content publishing and making sure that our platforms are as modern and as quick as they could be. The second one, Bill Tucker, who joined us to head up our media agency practices. One of the things that is changing most quickly is the media landscape. And one of the things that we recognized pretty starkly last year was that we needed to build that practice up. So not only did we bring Bill on board, but he will be adding a whole staff of team members to his group. And then last but not least, Molly Rosen, who joined us to run agency relations. And Molly's already brought a renewed sense of interest into how we're doing all the councils, the committees, the forums, what are the right structures for those things that people really find a benefit in, and making sure we're having the right conversations there. Every single agency I speak to, I don't care if it's a 2,000-person agency or a 20-person agency, the very first thing they'll tell you is it's talent, talent, talent. If we don't figure out a way for the industry to attract the talent, train the talent, retain the talent, and grow the talent, we are going to be in a big world of hurt. So the 4As has decided to make this a core to what we do. We've added services, we've added groups, we're adding new committees, and we're trying to really crack how we're going to serve that next generation of advertising professional to make sure that they feel included in this industry. So last June, the Advocates, who replaced the name Rising Stars, held a one-day event in which they wanted to prove that advertising not only works, but that it can do good things and that it can give back. One thing we know about this generation is that is very important to them, that they have a sense of purpose. So one day down in Tribeca, we worked on a program to help solve world hunger, which in this case took the form of City Harvest here in New York, and what they could be doing to help City Harvest and get the word out there in terms of how deep the hunger problem is in New York. It was an incredible day. These young people in our industry are tireless in the way that they approach things. They didn't care what agency they came from, what their title was, what their discipline was, but they came together to work on this. Well, one of the things that we're looking at right now in terms of expanding that Advocates program is how we can make it much more touchable on a 365-day-a-year basis. So we have a group working with us to put together a business plan to look at that right now so that it can become something very meaningful for the agencies to use in helping to retain their own talent. I'm looking forward to a lot of these programs getting off the ground. We've been working on them for a really long time. We want to make sure that we get them right. They don't have to be perfect, but they have to be close. So getting some of these actually off the ground next year is going to be really rewarding, I think. And spending as much time as I can with the agencies and also with this next generation. We've also made it really important that when we're out visiting agencies, we're not just seeing the CEOs, that they're meeting with complete teams so that we really understand deeper inside the agency what's going on.